Today we're sipping margaritas in Times Square, lounging at the Thompson Central Park, consulting Winnie the Pooh at the New York Public Library, floating 101 stories high at the Edge, and of course, tapping into the tarot with the fabulous Cardsy B. So buckle up, Candy Cartel, it's officially a swirl. And welcome to the Candy Bowl. I'm Paula Conway. Well, I don't know what to say. We have a table full of candy here. This is very exciting. And even more exciting is our celebrity guest that's here with us today, who we were just having lunch with, Cardsy B. And we're going to get to that. But first, we have a few things that we have to talk about and that we want to talk about. We're doing housekeeping before the celebrity starts. So the first thing I want to talk about is, so Libby and I were able to tour and stay recently at this very interesting hotel in Times Square called Margaritaville Resort Times Square. And I want to stress resort because it is. So if you're familiar with if you're a Jimmy Buffett fan, you're going to know Margaritaville. If you're familiar with the brand, then you will understand that what's so interesting about the brand, whether you're a fan or not, because I'm not a fan of Jimmy Buffett, but you don't have to be because the brand is sewn tightly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
every detail.
It's very Disney-esque.
Very Disney.
In that regard.
Very, yeah.
And impressive. So they have a resort, it went up in 2021. It's at 7th Avenue and West 40th. And it is quite literally an unexpected island escape in the middle of Times Square. You feel like your cruise ship just pulled up to Times Square. Mm-hmm. You're on another planet when you walk in there.
Right.
And because it's new.
Right.
And because it's incredibly interesting inside, it's
like a portal to somewhere else, because when you come out of Times Square, you're like, whoa.
Right.
What?
Right. What
it's
just
a lot.
What
Times
just
Square's
hit
a
me?
lot, and then you walk in and everything's white.
Yes.
Clapboard and balloons.
Palm trees.
And
parrots. Yes. And let's just not. Okay, so it's 234 rooms. Mm-hmm. It spreads out over 32 to 34 floors.
32 floors. Top 2 floors are the bar area, so rooftop bar.
Okay, there's 4 bars. Mm-hmm. There's 4 bars and a coffee shop, and what's also interesting are the amenities. So it's incredibly modern. It's incredibly high tech. Mm-hmm. They have hardwood floors, the beachy decor. They have whale tail sharks on your bathroom,
the whale tail
sinks, and on your bathtub.
Like little details like that are everywhere, and it's like an Easter egg hunt. You got to kind of look, and you're like, oh my god, the bar stools are shark fins.
And we also had dinner. We had dinner at the Margarita Restaurant and Tiki Bar. And here's the thing. The food was good. The food was what you would expect if you went on a cruise and you had the family and you were eating the chicken fingers and the grilled chicken salad or the crispy chicken salad, the burgers, the fries. It was at a very consistent level.
Right.
And that's fair.
Absolutely.
And the bars were fun.
They were fun. They were colorful. Yep.
And when you think about the chaos and the skullduggery of Times Square, and you step into this other planet, which is Margaritaville Resort, it's such a transformation. So I would tell people, and what are the rates? The rates are
4 or 5
in the 400.
night,
So I did some digging, and you could go to Hotwire or Travelocity, and you can get deals in the high 200s. And because it's new, and they did custom furniture with Ethan Allen, the rooms are gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
They're absolutely
and they're
beautiful.
Really good size for New York.
And
it's a big room.
It's a big room.
And they have a pool.
Their pools are unique.
So the pool, get close to the mic.
I said their pools are very unique, aren't they?
Yeah, well, who has a pool in Times Square?
No one.
Literally nobody. And it's heated year round.
Yep. Ball drop in the pool.
Yes. And it's 5 o'clock somewhere bar. It's the 5 o'clock somewhere bar. It must be from a song. I don't know. I don't listen to Jimmy Buffett. You can actually, for New Year's Eve, you could stay there and you could watch the ball drop. It's like I've just given you the secret spot and hidden gem.
Honestly.
Book the Margaritaville Resort right now. Yep. Ask for a Times Square facing, street facing room but hit the bar.
It's like the
Wow.
perfect line to see the ball drop.
Yes.
I'm
Bring
gonna
the
do it.
kids.
Absolutely.
Bring the kids. You want the kids to see the ball drop without having to stand out there with 40 million people
Could you imagine?
and all the bacteria that's floating around, and you can't use the bathrooms, and you've got Subway sandwiches in your pocket, and you're trying to watch the ball drop. No, you don't have to do that. You can be right there in that hotel, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
I
That is
know.
amazing.
Yeah.
That is.
You
It's
could be in the pool.
okay. And here's another thing. Okay, 4.6 stars on TripAdvisor. Lots of charging stations in the room.
Many.
That was the most impressive
I know.
part, because we stay at a lot of legacy hotels, particularly luxury hotels, but they haven't been updated since whenever, and they haven't taken into account the business traveler.
Correct.
And you can book the boardroom there, which is a nice size, for $1,000 a day.
Yeah.
Unheard of.
I know.
I mean, talk about team building. You can bring your employees, your cohorts, have them bring the kids. Everybody has something to do inside that hotel.
Is there an arcade?
No, but it
No.
is in Times Square.
Yeah, that you just walk outside the door.
Right.
And here's the biggest bonus. They allow pets,
They do.
right?
I know.
Even better. We like them
Pets.
even more. Okay, now we're going to transition. Now we're going luxury. So I recently stayed at the Thompson Central Park, which is 56 between 6th and 7th. It's literally a block from the Louis Vuitton art building, piece of artwork,
Yes.
Louis Vuitton store, which
Stacked
is right
blocks.
on the, yeah, it's amazing. But more importantly, it's 2 blocks from Central Park. You cannot get better real estate. The average price for 3 nights in August, Thursday to Sunday, is what we were looking at, was $469 a night for Hyatt members, which is a great rate for New York City. The standard rate would be more like $566. With bed and breakfast, it's $666. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Get the bed and breakfast, because you forget how much food is in New York City, and food today is expensive everywhere, right?
Yes.
And or do the executive lounge, because that'll save you. So whatever that price, ooh, that's close, right? Woo, woo.
Yeah.
I'm mic challenged. I'm trying to figure it out. I haven't figured it all out. Whatever that price is, it's worth it. Now, you're a block from Central Park, or 2 blocks from Central Park. You have world-class shopping. You have Saks, Louis Vuitton, the Nordstrom flagship store, and all the shops at Columbus Circle right there. Bergdorf Goodman, because who doesn't want to go into Bergdorf? You have Rockefeller Center just a few blocks down the street. Oh, and let's talk about the burger joint. Has anybody else here been to the burger joint?
Yes.
Yes.
Secret
But
burger.
years ago.
So delicious.
Okay. So it became famous with Anthony Bourdain. So it's like everyone who was an insider in New York City knew about it. And then Anthony Bourdain did a whole episode from there. And this is the restaurant there that you want to go. So it's tucked in there. It's behind a red velvet curtain. So it feels
There's no signage.
there's
is
no
there?
signage.
You got to
Secret.
find it.
Yeah. So it's one of those, like, if you know, you know. And if you don't, you don't.
Right.
So you want to go to the burger joint. What else? It's a very sleek, modern room. Now, I had a room overlooking Central Park, which was amazing. And I can't recommend it more highly, because to wake up in the morning and part those curtains and see Central Park, that's a gift. That's a real gift. So I would say to everyone, please splurge and do it. Okay, things to do in New York City. So over the past week, I have had family and friends visiting New York City. And I was very fortunate, because my first cousin, whom I'm very close with, she had an apartment in New York City for the summer, because her youngest son, her bebe, was doing an internship. And so mom and dad said, you know what, we're going to be in on this. And they got an apartment for the summer. Well, that was only a benefit to me. So we were doing some things. And among those things, we went to the Edge observation deck. Has anybody else here been up to the Edge?
No.
Okay.
Is it?
I did go to the Edge once.
The Summit. It's in the One Summit building on Vanderbilt, right?
By Hudson Yards.
Hudson Yards, sorry.
Hudson Yards. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, what'd you think?
It's transporting.
No, come on.
It's transporting.
Yeah, it is, because
Yeah.
where else can you get views like now, Jeryl, you're a
know.
New Yorker.
Yeah.
Where else do you get views like that?
I mean, if you go to the top of the Empire State Building, but it's a very different experience than the Empire State Building.
Why?
Well, it's all, you're outside.
It's all glass.
It's all glass. And
Modern.
then if you go outside on the yes, very modern.
So it's called
they
the
have
Edge
food.
because there is a section on the 101st floor, I think it is, technically, that cantilevers out over the city.
Yes.
And it has a glass bottom.
Yeah, so you feel like you're floating.
You feel like if that bottom falls out,
One way
you're
or the
going into the top of those buildings down there. Which I would not step out there. I just couldn't. Like, I'm afraid of heights. I had to take my mother's cousin, my second cousin, out there because, somebody had to go with her. She's a very small person. She just is small, and we didn't want to send her up by herself. So I took one for the team, and I went up. But I would not go out on that cantilever.
Did she?
She did.
Wow.
I think she's the toughest person in the
Good for
family.
her.
She did. She stood out there. She stomped around. She took pictures. We took lots of photos. It was wonderful. So I can't. No, it was expensive. It was like $53 per person. So what I would say is, if you go there, have lunch at the Peak Restaurant, which is up on the 100th floor. So yeah, the address is 30 Hudson Yards. You're right. Go to the Perk. It's called the Central Perk. And that's the restaurant. Make reservations. You can see the Vessel sculpture up there. You can see Central Park from up there. You can see Wall Street. You can see all of Manhattan. Mm-hmm. And it is one of the tallest skyscrapers in New York City. So spend the afternoon, because for $115 for two people, that's what you're going to want to do. Okay, so the other interesting thing that we did, I've lived in New York City. I did all of my undergraduate and graduate work here, and I'm ashamed to tell you I hadn't done these things before. Confession time. Do you know that the New York Public Library has a free exhibit all the time? Did you know that?
No.
Jeryl, you
Really
knew that.
special.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I love
all the time. So right now, the original Winnie the Pooh that was given to Christopher Robin Milne, A.A. Milne's son, who wrote Winnie the Pooh, in 1921, it was from Harrods, is currently there. Eeyore is there. Kanga is there. Piglet and Tigger. But Roo got lost a long time ago, unfortunately. Yeah. But they're all there. And the book was written in 1926. And so, if you're a Pooh fan, you want to get over there and see that. So I cannot recommend more. I just think you should just know we're doing a TikTok live right now.
Oh.
And we have people that are tuning in. So to everybody who's tuning in, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now we have two very exciting things that are going to happen next. One, we're going to bring Cardsy B in. We're going to take a really interesting trip. Oh, it is my birthday. I just want to add. Yes.
Happy birthday.
So this is like a fun
Right up
episode.
front.
Yes.
And Leslie, who is here with us, she flew in from New Orleans to be with me,
Yes.
which was very generous and kind of you. Jeryl Brunner, who is our celebrity writer, Broadway writer, famous playwright, aspiring talent, someone I admire so much because you never stop, no matter what.
What about you?
Well, you plow. You plow in a way I've never really seen in many people, and I'm so grateful to all these years to have been able to look to you, and you have some interesting stories that you could be telling, as well, but you keep going. Yes. And then Libby, who also
Hi.
came in from New Haven. Thank you so much for
Right.
coming in to spend time with me. Libby is our creative director of marketing for the Candy Bowl, and she is just somebody who is so creative, and she comes up with all the big ideas. We got to do this. We got to do that. I can never ever keep up with you.
I know. That's why.
And
Google
you're a dark
Docs.
horse. Oh, and let's go to candy. Let's go to candy.
Please.
You want to open those chocolates, and
So
I brought
badly.
you black licorice, so I will not eat black licorice. Will anybody else eat black licorice?
No. My
No.
father loved it, but
Did
I
he?
can't. He did. Yes.
So
We're a very rare breed.
I'm convinced
yes.
that people who eat black licorice are a different type.
We are.
Yeah.
There's something going on there that you actually want that. Okay, who wants what?
There's
I'm gonna
lots
have
of things on the
so
table
these
I'd like.
these jujus are soft. So what do you want? Anybody want juju?
I think I want the chocolate hazelnut.
I'm
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
that-
yeah,
what's in these
chocolate.
pink bags?
Get in. Just grab.
Get in
What's
there.
in the bags?
Oh,
gonna
I
make
brought
this
more
tough,
Swedish
aren't
candy.
they?
I brought more BonBon Swedish candy.
Swedish candy.
Yeah,
Show
because
us what you have over there.
What's the chocolate?
I'm a sugar addict.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wait.
So-
These are wonderful.
Oh, my God.
Look at these.
This
These are
one's
like
green.
Oh my God, Leslie, I'm gonna gnaw through the
Sorry.
packaging.
You're in
this.
chocolate.
Want some?
So
Oh,
Libby,
no, I'm
what-
admiring from afar.
Libby was so. No. I don't want that. You take what you want. I'm gonna take what I want.
Okay.
Libby brought chocolate from Fascia's. Fascia's chocolate in Connecticut is a local,
Underrated.
underrated, family handcrafted since 1964.
I know it's older than me. Thank God.
Do you want this?
Yeah.
And it is so good. It is so good.
Right.
So thank you for that. Now I went up to BonBon and I got more because I can never have enough. It's really, really an addiction. So we also have with us the Pippi Longstocking gold coins. So I don't know when they came out with this. These are sour. If you don't like sour, you're not going into this. But I went in there and I'm like, oh, they're doing some sort of an interesting partnership with Pippi Longstocking. So I had to get in on it. Now, I don't know if any of these bags have bubs in them, but I bought a bag of baby bubs. Oh, and then Maria Assante, who's the publicist for Fushimi Restaurant. Oh, and we have to talk about the food. We ate.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Delicious.
So can we talk about this? Every Saturday and Sunday, Fushimi Restaurant, our host, has the bestie brunch from 12 to 5. And you can bring anyone up to 4 people with you. Wait. I don't know what I'm accepting. I'm accepting things on TikTok that I'm really not aware of. I just am pressing accept because people are asking me to accept something. I don't know. We're going to see what happens because I can't keep up. But they have this bestie brunch, podcast and dine. So you just come and you have the brunch. It's $39. It's the best deal in town.
Oh, my God.
You bring your family, you bring your friends, you bring your girlfriends, you bring a dog. Okay, they're not going to like that, but I said that.
No,
And
no.
you have brunch and you do a podcast like this, which is how we came up with how I kind of evolved the Candy Bowl with
Yeah.
Paul Conway. Yeah, it was just so great. And we have an amazing producer, Anthony, who is off camera. And we had, what did we have? We had sushi. What do you have, Jeryl?
I had the tuna sushi, so good, so fresh, beautiful presentation. And can we talk about the avocado salad?
Oh my God.
Tell us what's in.
fantastic.
Tell us about it.
It's so refreshing and like mouth-watering avocado. Avocado's so fresh. And then what kind of dressing?
Soy
would you send me?
vinaigrette.
A soy
Kind of soy
vinaigrette
vinaigrette.
dressing.
With the strings of cucumber.
Right.
Delicious.
Yes, beautiful.
Amazing.
And then they bring us cocktails that rival the
Oh.
color of all the candies.
Yes.
Oh my
the
God.
table.
And blue Cosmo.
Cocktail.
Delicious. Beautiful.
So if you're watching the YouTube
Pineapple.
recording, you're going to see all of this. If you're on Apple Podcasts, of course you won't, or Spotify or iHeart. Yep, but if you're on TikTok Live, you're seeing this. I don't know. There's people there.
My grilled salmon was delicious.
It looked good.
Perfectly crispy on the outside. Loved it.
And you also had that with rock shrimp, right?
Yes, fried rock shrimp. It was so good. It was fantastic.
Amazing.
We'll come back for it for sure.
And let's see. We also had, what else did we have? Oh, Carla. She's not on camera, but we all know Carla. Carla had the steak, right? You had the steak.
Yes, she did. She had the steak.
She had the steak. Yeah. I mean, we had such good food. We are also in the heart of Times Square, Fushimi Times Square. So this is not only the best sushi restaurant in town, but this is the best deal in town.
Absolutely.
It's very modern. It's very sleek.
and it's fun.
Very
very
sophisticated.
photogenic.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it is an Instagram moment all over here. So if you're an Instagram fan, if it's all about your social media, you need to come in here.
Hall of Mirrors alone.
Oh,
Oh
so
my
that's
goodness.
so in my previous one I talked about what
Yes.
that is. It's in Kyoto. And it's a very famous shrine.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I said it
forget the name.
previously, but I don't have that in those
Yeah.
notes. So do you have it in your notes?
Well, just that.
No, you don't.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's a very dramatic Hall of Mirrors.
It is. It's so great.
Mirror Kyoto.
It's like almost like it's an infinity mirror kind of,
Yes.
right? It's an illusion.
very dramatic.
And
Perfect.
and we all should get a picture there, honestly, together. Because first of all, this day will never happen just like this again. It will not. And wherever you are in your life right now, there you are. So we got to get a picture of it. We have to capture it. Okay. So Candy, what else do we have? Did anybody go into the BonBon bags?
I
went
want
into
this one, but
this
there seems
one.
to be chocolate.
There's
BonBon
Swedish
chocolates?
chocolate as well. I
These
mean, there's
look
just
like-
so much candy that
These are just gummies. One looks like a bottle, but it's delicious. It's green.
I think that's pear.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know. Oh, these are marshmallows and bananas. If you're a marshmallow person. Oh, and there's some squiggly. These are the Swedish candies from BonBon. Oh, and you know what? Maria Assante, the publicist for Fushimi Restaurant, the famous Marie, she's an amazing client. She brought BonBon candies as well. These are polar bears and all that. There's that. And then, so
What else?
the Hamilton, we got to talk about Broadway.
Blueberry scone.
We brought the scone and
10th anniversary.
say what you thought.
The best blueberry scone I've had. And it's
Ever.
surprising because it was
Yes.
packaged for the 10th
Yeah.
anniversary of
Cheryl
Hamilton.
brought this. Will you talk about the
Fantastic.
anniversary?
Yeah, this past
No.
on August 6th, it
Yeah.
was the 10th anniversary of Hamilton. And there was a wonderful event. It was a fundraiser for Immigrants We Get the Job Done Coalition and the Public Theater, where Hamilton began. And it was the most beautiful performance because they had 23 original cast members
Wow.
in the audience.
Ooh.
Wow.
And then at the very end, after the curtain call, they brought up, well, first of all, Jeffrey Seller, who's a producer of Hamilton, talked, and he brought up the swings, the standbys, and different people in the cast over the 10 years.
Amazing.
And then the originals. And it was just such a movie night. And then afterwards, they had a block party on the street with DJ Questlove.
Stop it.
my
God.
God.
Yeah, and then
No.
they handed out these blueberry scones. Just so
This is,
nice.
by the way,
And they
this
had
is,
hot
you're right.
dogs.
This is the best. It's actually pronounced scone.
Oh,
Okay. Thank you.
FYI.
it was wonderful.
Unless you're American and we say scone. If you're British, you say scone. My husband, who's Welsh, of course says scone. We go back and forth.
Good to
Okay.
know.
But I just have to do that. I have to say those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Just like there is no such thing as a macaroon. Doesn't exist. It's macaron. Macaron. Yeah, I just had to add that in there. So here's my question to you about this 10th anniversary.
Yeah.
Did you bring a guest?
No guest. It was kind of a miracle that I got to go.
Okay.
I would
Cover
have
it.
loved to have seen that.
That
And
was
yeah.
a good
So would
answer,
I.
Carolyn.
So would I.
Next time, invite us. We'll come. We're ready.
Yeah.
I'll fly up, whatever you say.
You'll fly
yeah.
out.
It's our 25th anniversary.
There was no
Coming up.
guests to be had. I mean, it was a packed house.
Think of us for the 15th.
Oh,
anniversary.
yeah.
We're
Think of
ready.
us for the 15th,
Yes,
the 20th, the 30th.
Yeah.
We'll still
Well,
be
It's
spry.
really inspiring.
There will be
Yeah.
more Botox, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's
All right,
great.
we got a Cardsy now.
Okay,
We
please,
got
I
a
can't wait.
I can't wait to
shift.
see
We got a
this.
shift. We're gonna take a break. If
Yes.
anybody needs to use the ladies' room, we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna let TikTok. I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on here
Well,
because
who's getting their reading? Are you or are you?
No,
Jen?
it's my birthday.
Okay.
You have their
Yeah.
cards, right? Okay, it's my
Okay.
birthday.
So do you think
Mine.
she
Do you
would
want me to
show
get
up
up,
with
or-
our
Getting them.
cards?
I can't afford her.
name
Are you
is
kidding? She's
literally
expensive.
Cardsy.
Oh.
I can't afford her. I had to have the podcast and invite her because how else was I going to get the reading?
Well, now I have to pay because I want to see her.
No.
Well, you gotta. This
Damn
is
it.
where you negotiate. This is where you sit down and you negotiate a deal. What
Right.
do you have to offer? I had something to offer.
She needs to tell
boy.
me.
Gotcha.
That's the whole point.
Okay. Now we have Cardsy B with us. She's sitting right next to me if you're on TikTok Live. And she's stunningly beautiful and striking. She is the wellness witch in residence at New York City's the Algonquin Hotel. You just interrupt me if I'm saying it wrong.
No, that is correct. That's
Okay.
Thank you so much. That is my title.
She hosts the award-winning Hex in the City podcast. She's the author of the acclaimed memoir, The Saturn Diaries, a modern-day grimoire.
Yes.
Yes. And she is going to do a tarot card reading because today's my birthday. A lot of people don't like Leos, and that's okay.
No, Oh.
Like, we have to be who we are.
Well, I feel like if you I love Leo women especially because I think that there is just a unapologetic authenticity and confidence to Leos that's very magnetic and attractive. But I think if you're confident, you love Leos. But if there's any insecurities that are going to be mirrored back to you, they can be triggering to people. You know.
Okay, that's fair. Absolutely. Okay, so first what I'd like to do is you tell your story very well. How you got to this table today, how you got to where you are today. And you're very good at sort of putting it together for people who are listening in, and I'd really love it if you don't mind telling all of us.
Okay, I'll try to give a concise version. So I started to learn, or I was self-taught in tarot when I was 10. I was kind of the kid that would go to like the weird, back then it was the occult section of the like Barnes and Noble and the strip mall in my small town in Pennsylvania, because it wasn't cool. I love that it's being so democratized and it's cool and accessible now, but back then it was me and maybe like 2 weird goth teenagers as a 10-year-old little girl. And I would save my allowance money to buy tarot decks and astrology books, and it was something that I always loved as a hobby, but I never thought it was going to be my career. And years later, I decided to major in fashion design, right out of school designed for Nike, Donna Karan, eventually became the creative director and VP of design for Playboy. And at the point that I was in my late 20s, we all hit this, what's called a Saturn return. It's why my book is called The Saturn Diaries, because Saturn, I explain, is kind of the mean professor of our planetary system. It's the one that's going to teach the hard lessons. And every 27 to 31 years, we have almost like a checkpoint or exams with Saturn. So a lot of people see this in that time of 27 to 31, they have things happen or pulled out from under them. If we have an easy one at that time, sometimes it hits in our second Saturn return at 57 to 61. So at that point, my best friend passed away from HIV-related complications. I got pushed out of my big global VP job at Playboy as the creative director, and that was such an ego identifier. Like, people thought I was cool. I got into everything in New York. People knew me as a creative director of Playboy. And that was the first thing people would say about me. You know, it was like, oh, she's the creative director of Playboy. And then shortly after that, my ex asked for a divorce, and I was the moneymaker in the marriage. So that was also like financially and emotionally a huge loss. And I just hit this rock bottom. So at that point, at the lowest of it, I was living in squalor in this like 300 square foot apartment with rats and cockroaches and a gas leak. And I didn't post any of that on social media. People still knew like the life that I wanted them to know. So no one even knew how poor I had become at that point. And at the lowest point, I was like, nothing was changing, and I was planning my own suicide. I had a bunch of antidepressants lined up, bottles of alcohol, and I was like, okay, I'm just tapping out. Like, I don't even see anything to live for at this point in time. And through a sequence of events that just intervened on that day, I got a call from my mom, and I just had this kind of voice, God, source, universe, whatever you identify it as I'm still meant to be here, but if I am, it's for a reason. So I have to really find that. And that's how I came back into reading tarot, just pulling a card a day for myself. I would be like, what do I need to know today? And tapping back into my intuition. And people remembered that I was good at that because I had friends that I used to do it as a hobby for them. So word kind of got around through that, and I started doing one-on-one readings in addition to like any freelance job I could take in fashion. I mean, when I was at the lowest, I'm not even going to lie, like I was squashing grapes for foot fetish wine on Craigslist. I was like, I will take whatever I can take to make money.
You're amazing.
And came through that time, but it was really the tarot that I loved doing, and I was connecting with people. Not just that people were saying things were accurate, but they were like, thank you for helping me to see this situation in a way that I wanted to believe intuitively, but couldn't listen to my own inner guidance system. So that's really what kind of led me more and more into this work, and then word of mouth traveled, and I eventually created my podcast, Hex in the City, and then my first tarot deck, my second's coming out next year. My book, The Saturn Diaries, came out in 2 years ago, got optioned for a screenplay that's still like in the works, we'll see. Fingers crossed. And my next tarot deck is coming out, the new publisher, in 2026.
Oh, what do you mean by with a new publisher? I thought you created those.
So the first deck I totally did myself. My book, I had a different publisher than what I'm going to have with my next book and next tarot deck. My next tarot deck is called Hex in the City, and it's all like New York themed, because a lot of the decks that exist are kind of, which I love, like nature themed, very like goddess, and I'm such a New Yorker, so it's a very like New York witches, New York iconography. So the chariot, that's kind of like the vehicle. I made it a cab, like a sexy female cab driver. So a lot of the cards are iconic New York images. Like the lovers are ice skating in front of Rockefeller Center.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna want to sell those.
Yeah, I'm excited about
Everybody.
it.
So
And
all
buy
of
them.
all of those years at and buy them. All those years at Playboy, you know how to market.
That's what I feel was such a gift, because I feel like it was Libby that was asking earlier, like, do you feel like you wish you had done this all along? And I said, I really, and parts of me do, because I loved it as a young girl, but I also know that my path, this is why I believe, like, the path that we're called to is for a reason, because a lot of those skills I developed throughout. It's like you being on Broadway, you know, like a lot of the parts of your career that
Yes,
gave
everything.
you, yeah,
Everything made me who I am. Yes.
Right?
Yeah. It
When did-
all did.
When did you know that you were a success?
I mean, I don't,
Is there
I,
like a
like in this part of I don't know. I'm just grateful every day. I think the success is defined, this may sound so cheesy or cliche, but that I'm happy in what I do. Like the fact that I get up and I'm excited to get up and see clients and do that, like that to me, and I felt that from Go, felt successful, because I didn't have that in other parts of, you know, my previous career, for sure.
Amen to that.
That is a good definition of success.
It is, isn't it?
Being excited about what you do every day.
Yes.
I'm so
Absolutely.
excited. Yeah.
I can't wait.
To see you read.
Yeah.
I've never seen
So
a
let
tarot
me
card
ask you some important questions. If somebody wants to, well, first of all, if they want to follow you, would you like them on Instagram or TikTok or both?
I have at Cardsy B on both. I just have a bigger following on Instagram, because that's where I started and that's where I was doing a lot of my lives. But I have all of the platforms are at Cardsy B, CARDSYB.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. And if somebody wants to have a session with you independently,
Yeah, it's my, you can find that through all the social media channels, also cardsyb.com. And I have, if you're coming to New York, want to do a staycation, or visiting New York at the Algonquin, it's called the Hex in the City package. You get a one-on-one in-person reading with me, my Hex in the City guide to all things kind of metaphysical and witchy in New York, and my book, my tarot deck, and a ritual candle in your room if you book
oh
that.
my gosh.
Ooh,
That's awesome.
that's
okay.
where I'm staying next.
The Algonquin.
Yes,
Yes, exactly.
absolutely.
Okay, let's go. What are we
All
doing
right.
now? What's
Yeah.
happening in the
How does it work?
Paulaverse?
Yeah. So are there any intentions or areas of focus that you're wanting to dive into for the upcoming year?
I think the big question that I have is I feel a tremendous shift in my life right now. It's the runway, yes, but it is that, but no, it's a tectonic shift. And so I guess the question that I would like to know is, am I going in the right direction? And I don't think it's happening to me. I think I'm creating it.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
I'm creating it.
Yeah.
And I am being moved in this, whatever this direction is. And my intentions, quite honestly, for the coming year are to continue doing the same and more of it, because I'm just really happy with where I'm taking myself. Let's put it that way.
I love that. It's I think this solar return for you, meaning like when the sun returns to Leo, the solar return for you is a super powerful one, even before pulling the cards, just astrologically speaking, because we have obviously the sun in Leo, we just moved through the new moon in Leo, and we have Mercury was in Leo this whole time. So you have a lot of the major planets that are supporting your sun. So let's take a look and see what is coming through. I'm going to have you just cut the cards into 3 piles.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So like
Just to
this.
put your energy into
And
the deck.
then,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know. I just have to have them tidy.
Cool.
Okay. There.
And then if you want to piece them back together, however
Oh.
feels good. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So I love this. At the base of the deck, you have Ten of Swords, and Ten of Swords is kind of the cutting. It's like really cleaning out too. It's cutting ties with any of the old, any of the things that were even just like it doesn't have to be anything super painful or negative, but just clutter. Anything that was clutter and is no longer serving. It could be things that were slowing you down, things that were just even out of like old autopilot routines or behavior. And I feel like you're pretty good and clean and clear with your intentional focus. But I do feel like on the other side of like very quickly after your birthday, things that don't feel like a hell yes, it's just going to be like no, because there's so many new opportunities coming in and a lot of expansion from all like projects and career-based areas that are already happening are going to continue to expand. So anything, you have a lot being offered up, but anything that's not a hell yes, it's like a very quick no this year. So there is a lot of cleaning and clearing, and there's a lot of decisiveness for you. Let's see. Yeah, and the center card being the High Priestess, this is like your intuition. You're someone who's very psychically gifted naturally. I remember that when I first connected with you at the Algonquin. I was like, oh, you have really
Really? You remember that?
I do, because I'm like, you can feel it. And even today when we were having brunch and you were like, oh, I feel like, you're moving through a transition, and I'm having a lot of that myself as well. And I'm excited about it, but there's a lot of kind of uncertainty. It's personal stuff. But
yeah.
I was like, ooh, you picked up on that right away. You have a lot of intuitive and psychic gifts. I feel like this coming online even more so this year. I feel like there's something, this is recent past, something even in the past 2 weeks that demonstrated that to you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That was like, okay. And that's something that like, remember those moments, because I think overall, you know that on a higher self level and about yourself, that you are like super intuitive and you use that in discernment and in decisions you make, but it's going to be called upon you in a bigger way as things expand this year. Because again, I see a lot of things like being offered up, but it's like you don't want to say yes to everything and dilute where your gifts and focus are meant to be of the highest service.
Okay.
Let's see.
So you're telling me to discriminate appropriately.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Among the different things.
Yeah. Okay. Is there something, I know, I mean, you travel because I know you cover so much and write about, but is there travel coming up in the next like week and a half for you?
Yes.
Okay.
There is. Like
Cool.
next weekend.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This feel is it personal or
Yes.
professional? Yeah, I was gonna say it feels.
It's personal.
Yeah, I was gonna say even if it's professional, it feels like there's like personal fulfillment that comes through this. Whoever you're going like with or for, like this is somebody. It's you guys have a beautiful connection,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of healing. It's like there's a lot of medicine that comes through this trip just by
Yeah.
having really like
That
connected,
connection
conscious-
with Zell. Yeah, my friend. It's
Oh.
my friend's 60th birthday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I might mix it with professional, but that's doesn't matter if I do.
Yeah.
I'm going for Zell.
Yeah, because it feels like this is like both for your friend and for yourself. There's like medicine in this in terms of even just things, downloads you may receive. This is where you're like your psychic abilities and like your intuition coming online even more and more. It's like there's advice that this individual kind of needs, and you can deliver it in a way that can be received and like with a lot of gratitude. So whatever comes up with that, like you're a powerful channel and messenger for what needs to be expressed and heard on whatever this trip
Okay.
is. Yeah. All right, let's see what else. Okay, there's something. Okay, this is like outside energies, and this actually feels like you and your husband have such a beautiful connection. I actually look at you guys as an expander couple, even though I've never met him. I can see the way you speak about him, that you guys are just like co-creators in this lifetime. So I feel like the relationship is good, but there's something like, are you changing something with your home or something that's being examined with like home projects or like?
He's sick.
He's sick. Okay. Because there's something around his energy that's about stability. So if that's, yeah, okay, that makes sense. There's a key date around this in Libra. Does he have like a procedure or like a check-in coming up at the September to mid-October?
He does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it's not the end-all be-all, but there's meaningful news that comes in that kind of helps to recalibrate the scales. If there's been hanging energy of like uncertainty or feeling that kind of like almost like holding your breath, there's something with this this date in Libra of this appointment or this like, is it with a specialist?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And this feels like this is this specialist relatively new to the game in terms of what you guys working with them?
Yes.
Yeah, because this is somebody that can provide shine a lot more light than you've been able to receive before. So even if that's just more information around that, that's going to bring a lot of like clarity and like groundedness, because that's when I was like, is this like your home, something that feels like rocky on like a foundation? It's going to make the foundation feel more solid.
Well, home is rocky because of that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I would say like, yeah, look forward to that appointment, or like look forward to Libra season, because it kind of helps just bring more light around the situation. And I feel like I like this specialist for him and for you. It's like even what they're able to, the information they can see and provide, and the way they communicate feels really good too.
They do communicate well.
Yeah.
This particular one, yes. When you say Libra season, what's Libra season?
So that is like middle of September to middle of October. Yes.
Okay.
So that feels like there's kind of like a milestone around that time that is, it kind of alleviates some heaviness around what's been going on with this. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you have a lot of the sevens, which are ruled by the Chariot and the major arcana. And the Chariot, it's funny they even mentioned that going in, of like, though in my new deck it's the cab and moving through Times Square. It's the vehicle. So you have a lot of momentum and velocity this year with the sevens of additional opportunities, additional success. It is important to be strategic. The Seven of Swords is kind of like both intuitive discernment, but like strategy, because you're a really strong manifester with a lot of the seven energy. As soon as even how your podcast came about, and now there's like all these people watching on TikTok, and like it's kind of got this life of its own. So you're very good at calling things in and magnetizing, and you don't have to be strategic in the way of like forcing it, but it's more about the like intentionality behind it. So what are the things that you do want to like grow more this year, even from a feeling place of like, oh, I love being able to bring all these powerful women and onto a table together and learn from all of them and have them share their perspectives with your audience. So I think kind of tapping into intentions of like from a feeling place of what you want to grow more into this year, because so much is coming up. Even with Seven of Cups reversed, it's like you don't want to have to like overload your tray, which was coming through initially, and feel diluted or feel like you're not doing the things or not having as much time and energy and bandwidth to do the things that are the reason that you started, so I would say there's also a big point, like Libra season is big for both your husband's health, but also things that are growing in terms of media for you. It can be related to this podcast. It can be other like on camera media. And there's a lot of things to say yes to, but there are some things to really be strategic about the intention behind it too. Of like, yes, you could easily do it. Like you're successful across so many mediums, but like, how do you feel doing it? Is it really fun? Because that's the thing that's beautiful about Leos is you guys have this big like presence and charisma, but like, are you having fun? You know, because you can bring that to the party anywhere, but is like, do you feel more energized leaving these experiences, or do you feel depleted? And that's where I think there's going to be some things of like, what do I say yes to? What do I say no to? Specifically starting in Libra. And then there's another key point in Aquarius for you. That's like January, February.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting about the Libra. Leslie's coming back in September,
Oh, cool.
and I'm going to stay with her in the city for some time, like certainly a week for sure. Yeah. And it's kind of an interesting transition for her that's going on too.
Yeah.
So that may have something to do with it as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because that seems like that's an important portal. Like when you look at your wheel of the year astrologically, I would look at definitely Leo, which like that makes sense to birthday, Libra season, and then something else coming in Aquarius. That's another like big upgrade with media opportunities specifically.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, any other questions?
I don't know. I think you answered all of them, and
Cool.
yeah, that's amazing. Well, there is something I wanted to tell you. So this has only been happening over the past couple years. Okay. So I've always had intuition.
Yeah.
We know this. But I didn't always listen to it. And my friends would say to me, oh, Paula, you should write that down. You should write that down. And I don't, because I'm not organized enough to do anything for myself, right? I can do it for everybody else, but not me. But I started about 3 or 4 years ago having actual dreams where an actual voice would tell me exactly the thing that was going to happen almost verbatim. And in two particular instances, I woke up the next morning and those words were spoken to me in exactly the way they were in the dream, which I can't even understand how that would be. Like, do you have any answers?
Yeah, I mean, that is just like your high intuitive gifts. And that's where I think the more that you see it, and when I was seeing even things that happen within this trip for you, you may have dreams like that. You may have things that are that like representative of what you've experienced in the past. And the fact that you have them in dreams, you may even hear them like clairaudiently. It is good. I know when people are saying record it, even if you speak it into notes in your phone to remember that. Because when you think back, you're like, no, I'm not crazy. That did happen. I saw it exactly, and it played out, like you're saying, almost verbatim. The more that you can, even if it's like, just like in notes in your phone, it doesn't even have to be organized. It can just help solidify in the moment. Like, I'm trusting what I'm receiving and I'm recording it for myself. And even if you never revisit it, it's just kind of an affirmation of I trust my intuition as it's moving through. But you're definitely highly like gifted in that. And the more that you say, yes, thank you, and show me more of these visions that can help support, heal, empower me and those that I'm in connection with, the more that you'll clearly receive that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Do you guys have any questions for Cardsy?
No, I'm just fascinated.
I'm so.
Go ahead.
I interrupted you.
No, go ahead.
I'm very curious about this whole, every, what is it, 20-something?
Yeah.
Oh, 27 to 31 years. Yeah. That Saturn returns to the place that you were born. And I could look at your birth chart more specifically, because some people will hit their like first, in their late 20s to early 30s. Some people hit their second in their late 50s to early 60s. It depends on like your exact birth chart of where Saturn was. But usually like the first one tends to be harder because we don't know ourselves as well. Mine was brutal, so I hope my second one is like a vacation. But either way, it's usually Saturn coming through and saying like what's working, what's not. And if the more we can be honest with ourselves and say, okay, this isn't working, and I'm willing to surrender that to God, source, the universe, the easier it is. But I think we're more egoic when we're younger, because at like 27, 28, I was like, no, I'm not letting go of anything. I said I was married. I said this was my career. And then it's like the universe will continue to shake it until it gets removed. But yeah, and then if we're lucky, we make it to a third in like, I guess, what is that then? Like our 90s or early 90s. So, Betty White had 3. Some of us have 3. I would love to know what was going on in her life at that point to look at.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's every 27 to like 31, 32 years.
Betty White had 3.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
And if you received something challenging, I know you said you're so mindful of how you deliver the information. If you hear something, how would you recommend somebody use the information they're given?
Yeah, so you're saying like if you are receiving, like you're receiving intuitive information yourself and there's something negative coming through.
Right, or let's say from a tarot card reader.
Yeah, yes, for me, I mean, I do a short prayer and meditation before every session, like before I came here today, and I just ask like my higher self, God, source, the universe, to allow me to see anything that's helpful, healing, and empowering only for the person that I'm reading for Paula, and to be able to translate it as clearly as possible that it's going to be of service to her. So in that way, I rarely see super scary things around death, around negative, like, oh, car accident's going to happen, because there's so many factors in that, and we have free will. So I try to only provide information that it's like there may be things of like, oh, there's a challenge coming up at work, but if you're aware of that, you can kind of get ahead of it. Or there's something that looks not so great of a conflict with your spouse in 2 weeks, but if you're mindful around your communication and you're more, you respond versus reacting, this doesn't have to be a massive blow up. But I kind of do a prayer of protection, because I think things that we don't perceive free will or have free will around of someone else's transition point out of this human lifetime, it doesn't necessarily serve someone to know if then they're going to be in fear for all of the time leading up to it. So that's just how everyone reads differently. Some people will tell you that stuff. Some readers are going to, like, oh, your uncle's going to die in 2 months. Like, I am like, I prefer not to see that and not to have to translate it to someone that it may not be of service to.
That's amazing. And thank you for doing that, because I think many don't.
Yeah, it's
they
true.
don't.
Yeah.
And I think that's very positive.
Yes.
Leslie?
I'm just fascinated by it. I can't wait to get my own tarot card reading. And so back to the Saturn, when Saturn returns, it's based on birth month.
Yes.
Everybody's different.
So yeah, I can look at your chart because it's where Saturn was, like when you were born.
Okay.
But even if you send me your birth date, like I can look it up and I can let you know, like when it comes or when you're in it. It's interesting because a lot of the readers of my book, like of just feedback and like DMs and messages I get, it's a lot of women in their late 20s, early 30s, and a lot of women in their like late 50s and 60s that resonate with it because it is kind of those things that like, oh, I'm going through this massive transition and these things in my own way came up for me. So it is, I see it on a lot of clients. I see it in feedback that I get around readers of the book of it's something we all go through. I think it's like menopause for women. It's like we're going to be hit with it. It's a matter of like it's different for everyone. It looks different. And how can we be kind to ourselves through the process, you know?
Make the most of the transition. Well, this is all great information. I feel empowered.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah. You're special.
I love you guys. I resonated and just connected so deeply with Paula's energy right away. But we were a bunch. I've been just going through some of my own stuff, and I was like, it's so inspiring to be around all of you that are just so accomplished and so powerful. And I'm lucky to be able to connect with you and hope to see more of all of you in my life. So
thank you for
You
that.
will. Thank you.
Yes, you will. I hope you'll come back at some point.
Yes.
That would be so lovely.
Yes.
It'll be like maybe Cardsy will give us 2 VIP sessions a year or something like
I'm
that.
happy to come back. Yes, whenever you want. I'm happy to come back. Yes.
So this is wonderful. Ladies, thank you so much. I don't know where Libby went,
Birthday.
but thank you. Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
birthday.
Thank you. And with that, stay tuned for the next Candy Bowl with Paula Conway.
Absolutely.